Yeah, absolutely. And let's get into this next question slash comment. I want to get your opinion on it. It says custom dev is overlooked and is overrated in all but very small number of cases because it's not just the initial investment, it's maintenance and the future proofing that never ends. Only seems worthwhile for a single function solution for single function solutions where nothing appropriate exists. Better choice is to use best of breed and invest in add-on function dev, best of both worlds. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I agree with that. In fact, I have a forthcoming YouTube video where I talk a little bit about that specific thing, which is, in the video that I just filmed the other day, I'm whiteboarding basically a quadrant of four major options you have when you're defining your digital strategy or the types of enterprise technologies you might be considering for your digital roadmap. And I talk about single ERP systems, I talk about best of breed, I talk about software platforms, and then I talk about the fourth one, which is custom dev. And in that video, there's a whole section on custom dev, and it's actually the first time I didn't realize it until I was filming the video, but it's the first time I've really ever talked about custom development in any of my videos, and it's kind of fascinating because you do tend to think past that option because you always think, well, let's go find something off the shelf and let's go find a system that doesn't require us to recreate the wheel. So it makes sense that your first instinct may not be to go custom dev, but to this person's point in their question or comment, it's important to note that ERP systems or best of breed or even software platforms aren't going to give you everything you need, and there's always going to be some gap between which you're able to get off the shelf and what you need to run your business and to be different. I think a lot of times software vendors want to sell you this vision or this expectation that you don't need to be different. You could just be like every other peer in your industry, but that's not realistic to say or think that, because there's a reason competitors are competitors and that they do things differently because they're trying to create their own competitive advantage and they're trying to compete and be better. So that sort of runs contradictory to the thought of standard ERP systems that work one way with pre-configured industry solutions. It's just not realistic. It's going to be realistic for a big subset of your business, but the question then is, what do you do about that stuff that's your secret sauce or the thing that makes you different or the thing that gives you a leg up or an advantage over your competitors? And that's where custom development can be super powerful. And I actually want to get into this a little bit with Vinny later in the show when we talk about his book, The AI Analyst. I also want to talk about how AI is impacting enterprise technologies. And one of the things that I want to get to is understanding how AI might make custom development more viable again. It used to be a thing, 20 or 30 years ago. It was pretty common for companies to create custom development solutions, but now it has sort of a negative connotation in the space. So I'm curious to hear how the advent of AI and the fact that average people that aren't developers now suddenly can become architects of solutions without having to know how to code. I think AI might change things and change the mindset around custom development. So I agree with what this person says as it relates to today, but I'm also curious to see how things evolve and maybe become more viable for custom development given the world of AI and just changes in technology in general.